All right, Melissa, thank you so much. And as Helene continues to get closer and closer to us here in Metro Atlanta, as you've heard us say, flooding is a really big concern.
We are already seeing a lot of it. Liza Lucas joins us live from Atlanta, where the water is really rising at Nancy Creek. Liza, last time we saw you, we could see the water just coming up high. What's the latest?
Well, we did move our shot, Jonathan and Jennifer, to give you just a different vantage point now for perspective, because Nancy Creek really crosses this area. We are over here near the Blue Heron Nature Preserve. That's off of Rickenbacker Way, Rickenbacker Drive, kind of at that intersection. So I'm at the bridge now at the intersection. I'm going to get out the way. We are playing it pretty conservatively, I have to say, because the water is so close to the bridge. We're not going to be driving across this thing. And as emergency management officials have advised, please steer clear, turn around, don't drown. That saying, it just rings so true when you watch this creek move so fast. And prior to the rain really picking up a second ago, you could really hear it rushing. I was going to give you a listen, but now really the rain has overwhelmed it. But it's eerie. It really is eerie here because that water is moving so quickly right now. I'm not sure how well you can see because it is so dark, but you can see the water really swelling to the top of one side of the bridge. And we are having to really play it safe as well. We backed up our car kind of to the middle of the road because right before we went on, a tree popped and fell into the water, and it looked like it grabbed the power line for a second. So we had to move our cars to make sure we're not under any overhead wires. But this is something that we're really watching for the neighborhood. Now, I know at last check, when we were talking with you guys, we were hearing some type of yelling. I haven't heard it since. We're kind of keeping an eye on homeowners over here, but it's really hard to see and hear where these sounds are coming from in the dark. It seems like everyone's okay right now, but again, we're keeping an eye on it. I know one homeowner who has sandbags at their front door. They kind of peeked out. They've got their lights on, and we previously showed you a mailbox that's almost reached to the top of the water almost reaching to the top of the mailbox, the pole almost completely covered. That's kind of on the back side of the creek right here. So again, we kind of swung our camera around. We're kind of moving our camera to give you different viewpoints because we have to use this light. So we are staying safe. We're not venturing on this bridge because you really can't tell what's going to happen next. And this is something that emergency management officials continue to say. Really be careful around this water as floods become a concern. Hunter, I'm not sure how well you can see. Let me get out of the way, but on the right side of the screen, guys, you can really see that water rushing, and it really starts from a couple feet back before the bridge, and then it just kind of pours into the side. Now, the opposite side, we were seeing swell into people's yards, which is really worrisome. Now, some of these homes are built up because Nancy Creek has been prone to flood in the past, and there have been issues here before. But as we just continue throughout the course of the night, and knowing this is an overnight event, it really is concerning to see the water moving so fast and not seeing much movement from homes. So I know these guys over here, they're well aware of what the creek can do, so that actually works for us. But we're going to keep an eye on this situation. But you can see it's just really eerie out here right now, and we're taking every precaution as we continue to bring you these videos to make sure that we are standing far back enough from both the water and any chance of fallen trees or power lines. Again, we just saw one snap before we went on air, and it went really close to a power line over here. So we'll continue to keep you posted. We'll continue to move around our camera just so you can kind of watch the situation unfold. But as the rain kind of continues to come down, it's worrisome, guys, and I have a feeling we're going to be out here for several hours throughout the course of the day, just making sure these homeowners are okay and to just kind of monitor and see what Nancy Creek does. Again, we're here off of Rickenbacker Way at the intersection of Rickenbacker Drive. That's kind of the North Atlanta area off of Roswell Road. In the meantime, I'm going to send it back to you.
All right, Liza, thank you so much. We're glad you guys are taking those precautions out there.